Hello, my name is Baki Z Porter, and I have been an intern with Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition for about 2.5 years now. One of the best experiences ever. As you know, it's a by-in for model, by-in for queer trans people, but specifically queer trans people of color. Liberation is on the front.
We count, we matter.
In 2015, I was connected to a after-school program for queer and trans youth, and was really interested in organizing and event planning and just gathering people together in community and being connected through other people. That led me to Minnesota's Transgender Health Coalition. So at the age of 15, going on 16, I was able to be embraced and loved by a community of activists, medical health professionals, as well as overall around advocates for mind, body, heart, souls that were experiencing similar faces of oppression as me.
I was introduced to MTHC in 2016 at the end of my degree at the University of Minnesota. I was thinking of ideas, brainstorming ideas for my senior thesis. And my mom actually put me into connection with Roxanne because we both had a kind of the similar idea of trans superheroes, just kind of trans people are really embodied well by superheroes because of the alter ego kind of thing about them. So me and Rox connected to do create my senior thesis project. That was the Social Justice League. And that was at a time in my life that I was not out as non-binary or queer in any way. And Rox gave me an opportunity to meet people in the queer community that were doing really amazing work and were just really extraordinary people. So much so that I as a non-binary person, I almost felt like I had a lot to live up to, just as far as being a member of the trans community.
I have been working for MTHC for approximately 2 years now. I would say that my role is working as a facilitator. I am Roxanne's right-hand person. I normally am here waiting to provide a loving space for the people that are going to enter the space. I worked at Cafe Southside, which was connected to MTHC. Having the shot clinic being directly across the street from my house, it was such a great and informative space. It was the first time that I was introduced to transness, and it was at such a very honest and raw level, and I'm so grateful for that.
Not everybody can just go to work. I have schizophrenia and it's really hard. They invited me on the trip to the Creating Change conference in Dallas, Texas in 2020, in January, almost a year ago. And they wanted me to film, and I film things. And they just were the first person to believe in me to do that professionally. And they brought me there, and I got to hang out with Baki, you, Sophie, and Shay, and Shimmer, and Rox, and Anna, and it was a really great entry into MTHC. And now I just basically film anything Rox wants me to, or take pictures, or edit anything. Literally whatever they need, I'll do it.
I was connected to Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition, and really just a position of a client, wanting to have more access to resources about what it means to be both trans and a person of color in a holistic queer approach or umbrella. From then, I don't know, being connected to community really led me into an internship role where I got to help out with Minnesota's Transgender Health Coalition's SHOT Clinic, which is a revolutionary program that gives access to hormone injection as well as navigating the insurance industrial complex for trans people. And Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition has been running that program for over 12 years.
It originally started as this very kind of underground space where people, specifically trans folks, were able to take in and learn as much as they can about transness while also being able to safely inject themselves and learn the process of hormone therapy treatment. This was very much an experimental space and time and phase. From what I'm aware of, is one of the few spaces at that time that existed. So the people in that space kind of created the dynamic of what it would look like. At that point, it was very rogue. Nobody had an idea of what it would become, essentially. At this point now, we operate as not only a shot clinic, but also as a resource space. So we allow people to come to our space and we provide information and knowledge and resources within obviously anything to do with transness and shot hormone treatment, as well as other forms of hormone therapy.
Which is breaking bread and being unified.
MTHC, or Minnesota's Transgender Health Coalition, has greatly impacted my perceptions as well as overall outlook on what it means to be a community member, because it is so heavily volunteer ran. And whenever it does get funding, it tries to redistribute that funding into the hands of queer and trans people, specifically trans people of color. Even how I perceive myself is no longer shame-based because of an uplifting community that Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition provides. And then my overall experience is one where I know I am community made and have the rights to what I feel like the overall human experience is about, which is being in a group loved and supported by many.
I think ROX has changed to me what professional relationships can look like.
MTHC changed my perspective altogether about my self-worth and how I work, and I don't have to be anxious before I go shoot something. I can know that I'm good at it and people will respect me. I just always felt like I was lower than everybody else. ROX really made me feel like, no, what you're doing is valid and the things you make are valid and they're helping other people, so let's figure out a way to make this work and have this be a career. It's MTHC. Everyone should know MTHC is for the people, for the trans people. If you need help and you're a trans person with health insurance, if you make art and it's not going well because people don't get it or whatever, or don't give you space to be yourself as a trans person and do your work as a trans person,
you should contact MTHC.
It's really a commune space. Like pre-COVID, MTHC and Rare Productions was known for uplifting the artistic voices of queer and trans people, specifically queer and trans people of color, and saw the arts as well as all the ways in which we come together for commune as part of healthcare. And that idea itself is very radical, and in and of itself, and the fact that they back that up with trying to redistribute both knowledge and wealth is something bigger than anyone could ask for.
Hey everybody, I hope you can support the Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition this year through our Give MN campaign. It's an annual tradition. It's a way for you, the giver and donor, to maximize your dollar with a match. So give today, check us out. You can find us through givemn.org and search the Minnesota Transgender Health Coalition. And as you've seen, we offer services that are important for harm reduction and the sustainability of transgender community here in Minneapolis. So give now, give today, give big.